evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Monza. Tonight we're in the 2003 Williams around the 3.59 mile circuit, 11 turns, 2 DRS zones, and a lot of speed. Something this car is very good at. Joining me in the commentary box, as always, we have Ben Stringer.
Good evening, everyone, and hope you are well.
Ben, a very interesting track for these cars, you'd say?
Beautiful track. Very interesting car to select. 2003 Williams, absolutely rapid down the straights. It'd be interesting to see how the boys get on this evening.
So, unfortunately, I don't have an image of the Williams, as that I couldn't clip one in time tonight, but it is the 2003 Williams that took part in 16 races, had 4 wins, 4 pole positions, and 4 fastest laps. Currently leading the championship, we've got Evil Hunter on 46 points, Regan on 38, Rayner on 36, AJ Wuhan on 32, and Brian on 21. So we'll take you straight into the action. And at the minute, we're on board with Dragon, who is about to begin a flying lap for us. Ben, take us for a lap with Dragon.
Let me go and find him first. Right, I can find him. Right, so we're going to turn 1 very deep there from Dragon, all over the place. Should have joined a couple of seconds later, and I wouldn't have had to have seen that. Go through the Curva Grande now, listen to that engine sing as we go to 18, 19,000. Runs it a little bit wide there, through the Curva Grande.
Yeah, it's
And you want to try and keep as tight as possible. This chicane is very difficult. It always feels like low grip. Easy to hit the sausage curves. He avoids them. Goes under the tree line through the Lesmos. So that's Lesmo 1. Keep it nice and tight now. Back on the throttle. This one here, you just want to brake early. Get back on the throttle as quickly as possible. And then down the straight now. Head under the old banking. And then we head towards the Ascari chicane. This is easy to extend the track limits just on the inside there. It picks up just the right amount of curve. Doesn't quite have the downforce to keep it pinned all the way through. Now we go down the back straight and head towards the Parabolica, which should be a fairly easy corner to negotiate. Just brake at about 50 metres. Probably could have carried just a little bit more speed through. Back on the throttle now. All the way to the line. Dragon is recording 216 on the speed traps over the line. That's good enough for P6 and 123.6.
So at the minute, so we'll go on board with Rayner. Ben, let's have a quick conversation about last week's race, a small recap. Obviously, Rayner, the pace man realistically last week. The pace man ran Spa.
I didn't know if you were getting emotional then about Rayner.
No. Just one tickle in the throat.
Right, so
AJ just got a penalty, but obviously on board of Rayner at the minute, he is on a lap.
So Rayner, really unfortunate last week. The VSC
hampered him.
Ended at the worst possible time for him, cost him a couple of seconds.
P2 there.
He'll be really wanting to put that right this week. I know he's been doing a lot of practice this week in these cars, so really looking forward to see what he can do. But Rayner's really been on form, and he's been unlucky a couple of times this season, so I hope his luck changes.
I know we dissected a steward report that was put in about the VSC.
Oh god, yeah, that went on for hours.
And obviously we'd said in the commentary, we weren't sure. Rayner lost, 5 seconds I believe?
Yeah.
Somewhere between 3 and 5 seconds. For anyone that is interested, Ben, I'm sure you can run us through it as you ran me through it with your brilliant dissection.
I have got the drawing.
I don't want to see the drawing.
If anyone's got a drawing of me working it out, please drop me a message and I will send you the little doodle that I've done late on a Sunday night. But essentially what had happened is, as Rayner goes through the Ascari chicane using plenty of curb.
So I'm just on board of Regan at the minute as he's doing his lap.
So what happened is Rayner just went through a lot of Sector 2 at a heavily reduced speed. By the time the VSC had ended, the guys behind...
they could go full
Kyle,
speed down the hill and through
Kyle, go through...
Rayner goes quickest in 20.5.
So that's a very handy
Tristan in P2.
Yeah, I was going to say, good time there from Tristan.
No, the lads have been getting in at about 7 o'clock to do practice for these races, so... Regan at the minute on a pretty good lap.
I was hoping to join, but couldn't make it. Other commitments and all that. But yeah, it's always a challenge, this track. it's just low grip really, low traction, and with such skinny downforce as well, just makes it a bit of a handful.
These cars are noisy as well.
Yeah, touching 18,000. So Regan into Parabolica, just touching over to 200 miles an hour comfortably in these cars. But this is what a proper car sounds like. Dragon on speed of 5.
Yeah. Regan moves himself up into P4. Who else have we got on a lap? Is Kyle? Okay, so Kyle's
still in the pits. He's keeping it cool.
Dragon's facing. That's back of Ascari. Oh, he's disqualified. Oh, Dragon.
Oh, wow. Dragon.
So we've got Puppy. What's Puppy up to? Who's on his way?
So I think yeah, Dragon just lost it on the exit of Ascari and probably tried spinning around a little bit too much.
Hicksy on a lap
last
at the
front.
moment. He's just backed out of it, I think, by the sound of the engine.
So I'm surprised Kyle is still in.
Yeah, he's just not fancying coming out yet. Still got 10 minutes to go.
Just trying to find if anyone is on a lap at the minute. We've got Mono on an outlap, so he will be winding it up now for the big push lap.
Mono. Looks pretty sweet there. Through the Parabolica, back on the power.
Yeah, runs it out a little bit wide.
So hopefully that didn't disqualify.
No, he should be.
Yeah, it looks good. So you've got this long drag down to turn 1, but it doesn't feel very long in these cars. He's touching 215. Will he get 16? He will get 216 miles per hour down the straight.
So easy just to get a bit greedy and brake
Drops
a little
down
bit
the
too
gearbox
late.
into first gear, back on the power then. Let's head to the Curva Grande, which, as you said before, you want to hold this really tight. You can lose a tenth around here if you don't keep it tight. Not that you think it, but you can. Brakes now into the chicane.
You can probably take a little bit more curb on the inside curb there and open up the exit for you.
Through
back on the throttle, runs it out a little bit wide, just backed off the throttle a little bit just to keep the car.
Lot to brake there.
Yeah,
bit tardy on the exit
getting away from
there, and you'll be losing speed all the way down this straight. But he's already up to 200 miles per hour. These cars are silly in this
there's something else.
Brakes into Ascari, through left, right. Car gets light on you there, and there we go. The car did get light on him. Kyle's still in the pits then.
Yeah, taking it calm is Kyle. So yeah, what a beautiful 3.6 mile lap. So
for such a simple track as Sunmaker, it's really difficult to find time out of it because of that simplicity.
Yeah, and it's always you normally find it produces quite a tight grid as well. You know, you've really got to maximise.
Whoa, no, Jack's in a barrier. Okay, where's that? Turn 1? Yeah.
He's just put the power down and the rear.
He's going to get disqualified if he doesn't move, but he's got a lot of cars coming through. Just seen another car go off in the back.
Yeah, he's doing. Yeah, so Puppy's gone off as well in sympathy.
There he is. Kyle is out on the circuit.
Oh, it's just getting a bit messy at the minute. Jack doesn't know what to do. He finally gets the car rotated.
Oh so, no! Yeah. Who's just gone off behind him? Someone's hit into him. I think it's Brian. Because he's facing backwards down there. Never mind that. We're going to go find ourselves Kyle, who is on an outlap at the minute. So the championship leader, some would say inherited a lucky win last week out.
You make your own luck in this business.
Can you say, that's the thing, Kyle is always there, and he's always there to capitalise on the results. And he just seems to have a really good handle with these classic
I was going to say, what happened was Kyle just, they elected to box a couple of laps earlier, which then opened up Rayner to the risk of a safety car in VSC. Yeah, that really did hamper. So, who's going to get pole? Rayner's looking pretty good at the minute.
Just on board with Kyle at the minute through the first corner, that looked pretty good.
So I think this is going to be the calm now, really. We've got a few cars out, but we've got 6 minutes left of the session. It's a very short lap, so...
Jack's rejoined. Kyle looking good through Lesmo 1, Lesmo 2, down into third gear, back up into fourth. Looked pretty good there, ran just the right amount of curve.
How brave does he feel on the brakes? Gets that was fairly sweet. That's as well as I've seen anyone enter a Scari there.
Powers it into Parabolica, brakes nice and late, stays in fourth gear.
And then back on the throttle now. I reckon this is P1. It is. That's a 120.4.
So can Rayner respond to that? What a lap there
That
from Kyle.
Just on board then with Kyle. That entrance into Ascari was really, really good.
Talking of Rayner, here he comes.
So I think, yeah, Kyle will just come into the box. Rayner's got a bit of traffic. This is going to be a little bit off-putting. He just ran onto the grass a little bit on the entrance to
Still got
turn
to stop,
1 there.
though.
Yeah, I was going to say, just put him off just a little bit, just touching that grass slightly. We'll just keep a keen interest on what the Sector 1 time is.
See if he's up or down on his time.
It's 210 inside box the car. I think.
Well, Rayner does do this thing where he obviously does the first lap and then does another lap afterwards.
Yeah, but I just think with the, you know, we're coming towards the end of qualifying now. I'd just put on a new set of boots and go for it.
These tyres don't really give you much more.
I think it's more a mental thing. You come into the final minutes or so, you've got new tyres, you've got a track that's rubbered up nicely.
I'd honestly say Rayner's doing what he normally does at the minute.
His fuel light is flashing.
Is it?
Yes.
I don't usually see that thing flash. We're going to go find out. That's what I wanted to hear back though, my own voice.
Oh god, yeah. It's Rayner's,
Rayner.
yeah,
He's coming
into the box.
Maybe you're
So-
right. You can call the strategy, who knew?
Yeah, I'm pretty good at that sort of thing.
Maybe you don't use after all.
I think a lot of people now start coming into the box. I think we're getting towards the point now where we've got a car off. We've got Mono off at the Della Rocha chicane, probably.
Devil's on a lap at the minute.
I hope he doesn't get... Oh no, Devils is way past that, so it's not going to impact it.
I realised Rayner's thing was still showing. No, we don't want that. Yeah, Kyle just seems to have the most grip at the minute through the Ascari chicane. And by a distance, has to be said.
So here we go, Devils bringing it into the box.
Pit. Sarmed up to, goes into the first sector. He's just down on his time, so I don't know if he's going for another lap.
I think if Rayner wants to do his usual, you know, outlap and then
He needs to be out
medium
now.
push and then full push, yeah, he's got to be going now.
Maybe he's not doing that in these cars.
I think we've got Kyle coming out now. We've got Rayner on his way out. So we've got everyone coming out. We've got Jack, unfortunately left the session. Hopefully he will return.
Ahmed heads down towards Parabolica. Where's he brake? About 60 metre board, which he's actually taken more speed off than necessary there.
I was going to say, I think he braked far earlier than what he needed to.
This is not going to be quicker than his original time. Is he going to go again?
Nah, yeah,
Right, so what I want to see is if... Where's Rayner? He's down at the first Lesmo. So I want to see if Rayner can...
it's looking so congested though around the Lesmos. Look at the track map. So many cars.
Kyle's in those cars as well.
Yeah, they'll all be hoping for a bit of a tow. But I just want to point out as well how tight it is. You know, P1 down to P6. You know, 4 tenths.
Yeah,
so,
props to Tristan as well. He's there. Oh, that is at the Della Rocha chicane, I believe.
Ooh. not somewhere where you would normally lose the car. So you've got Rayner now in it up for the big lap.
So down the pit straight, Rayner comes. No DRS, of course, in these cars. Way before their times. He heads under the lighting board where we'll be starting the race in just a few minutes' time. Heading down in towards turn 1. Where is he going to hit the brake pedal? About 70 metres. Rayner gets it stopped.
Just about.
That looked pretty sweet through there. He's back on the power. First gear, second gear, third gear. He heads round the Curva Grande, picking up speed all the time in these cars.
I'm just on board with Kyle.
Rayner's thing is now showing outlap, which is always a joy, so I have no idea if Rayner's improving or not. Rayner will know the answer to it, but I won't.
Just want to point out, Puppy did make a mistake down at the first chicane that spun.
Through Lesmo 1, looked pretty good for Rayner. Through Lesmo 2.
Kyle's had a good first sector. He's found himself at 10th.
I have no idea what Rayner's finding, so if you want to go and race direction, find that one out for me. But here comes Rayner into the Ascaris chicane. Can he do as well as Kyle through there? Ah, he's invalidated the lap.
Oh, I was going to say his first sector, he was half a time down on what his best is.
So we're going to go on board with Kyle and he throws the car through Ascari.
He went in a little deeper than what he did on his first run. Back on the throttle now.
Still looks pretty sweet through there. He's going to get a bit of a slipstream here. He's already at 200 miles per hour. So at the minute it looks like Kyle's going to be on pole position. Can he extend his advantage anymore? He's very, very sweet on the brakes into
back on the throttle now.
Doesn't pull the eye, he pulls the car to the inside. There we go. What does he do? And he finds another 10th and does a 120.3 for pole position. Great stuff from Kyle. What about Brian? He's 2 tenths down in the first sector on his best time. I'm
just on board with Regan. Surprised where he is at the minute in P9.
Is Rayner going again? Rayner is going again. He has found time in the first sector. Oh no! Rayner's done a Mika and lost the back end of the car at the Delavage chicane. He's not quite in the gravel and crying in the forest yet.
So Regan's improved to go P8. Rayner is backed off.
Yeah, he invalidated his lap. Through the first Lesmo, just took too much curb.
So we got
Brian invalidated as well, so I think Hicksy's the one on the lap at the minute. He's found just under a 10th of a second at the minute. He heads through the first Lesmo. Whoa, the back and gets away from there. Through the second Lesmo he comes. That looks pretty planted through there as he pulls the car across the other side of the straight now. It heads down towards the Ascaris chicane. Yellow flag flashing just in front of him, but he won't mind one bit. Has he found any time? Nearly 3 tenths in the middle sector. Looks pretty good through Ascari. Somehow that didn't invalidate his time.
Yeah.
I was going to say, I thought he was off the track there, but as he heads up towards Parabolica.
Don't know how he got away with that one.
Slams on the brakes.
Just found time, get back on the throttle nice and early, pick up the speed, head towards the line.
Pulls it to the inside a little bit, not as much as we've seen some of the other guys do. Where does that put him? That puts him into P3. Great lap from Hicksy.
Good lap. And
Apex is invalidated.
Apex and Puppy, who was...
Yeah, Puppy's invalidated and so is Apex.
Yeah. So that is qualifying done for everyone. Your pole sitter for Monza is Kyle with a 120.3. I will run through the order very quickly. Rayner in P2 at 120.5, Hicksy in P3 at 120.6, Ahmed P4 120.7, Brian P5 120.8, Cosmos P6 120.8, Tristan P7 120.8. How tight is it between those three from P5 to P7? We've got Regan in P8 120.9, AJ Wuhan in P9 120.9, Apex in P10 with a 121.6, so the top 9 covered by about 6 tenths. We've got Cairo in P11, we've got Puffy in P12, we've got Devils P13, Mono P14, Jack P15, and we have Dragon on speed, got himself disqualified, starts P16, and we do have an intruder right at the back.
An intruder, yeah, yourself.
Yeah, I was going to say,
AJ Wuhan has got that 5-place penalty, so he'll be starting it down the grid.
Yes. And
obviously, we've got Ben down here, and Dragon got disqualified as well.
So yeah, I'll just point out, on a beautiful day back in 2003, where this Williams BMW was running riot, didn't get pole position. You know, only one special man got pole position on this day.
Was it Michael?
In his beautiful red Ferrari. It was indeed the legend, some would say the greatest of all time in F1. Mr.
think that's
Schumacher,
heavily
and I am
disputed.
talking about Michael, not Ralph. So yeah, we got pole position with a 1 minute 20.9. And just a little one, Fernando Alonso qualified P20 in his Renault.
So as the cars go on their formation lap, I'm just quickly going to change the stream, guys. I've got something to briefly sort out with it. But in the meantime, there'll be some lovely music to play through with you. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see, we do actually have a Ferrari on the grid. Ben accidentally forgot to go as a spectator.
I think what happened, I remember looking at myself as a spectator, and when I've come to sit down, I think I nudged the controller. But what a beautiful view! I'm going to get a turn one.
Yeah, I mean, Ben's going to be involved in the action for us all into turn one, but I'm going to go on board with Kyle, our pole position man. Ben will be retiring after the first lap.
Am I?
Yes.
Going straight for the win.
I don't think that's what anyone wants to see.
What you don't know is I've got the steering wheel set up and everything. I'm off to win.
Even with the steering wheel, I still don't think you stand a chance. Especially against these cars, they're a bit quicker in a straight.
Yeah, right.
So we wait for the lights to come on for round 6 of the Classic League, the Italian Grand Prix. Your championship leader, Evil Hunter, is on pole position. We've got 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights. The cars are revving. We wait for the lights to go out, and they're away and gone. Looks like a pretty good start from Kyle at the minute as it stands. The Ferrari at the back, Ben has backed out, thankfully.
I bogged down, to be fair.
What a start by Kyle. Rayner's got Hicksy alongside him. Hicksy takes the inside line. Rayner gives him a gentle little shove to say not today. Oh no, Hicksy spun it on the power. He's got on the power when he's round.
Yeah, we've got Dragon just kicking up a bit dirt in turn 1. Got it a bit wide there.
Cosmos all over the back of Ahmed right now. Will he go up the inside into the Della Roger chicane? He's later onto the brake pedal. Manages to get the car turned pretty nicely there. Ahmed down a position. Brian now all over the back of him as well. We've got
Dragon
a
spun. Dragon spun.
2.
Della Roger chicane.
Ben giving us the valuable data from the back as Jack's connection has given up again on him. Cairo has been overtaken by Tristan. Tristan and Paul inside actually. AJ Wuhan had 6 positions already. Great stuff from him. Then who's that that's just hit the wall?
We got Cairo off on the exit.
I've just seen a Ferrari go flying past as well. Oh no! I've just seen Hicksy take a very interesting line, and that's the front wing off of the Williams.
Honestly, I reckon if
There's
I
a
keep
virtual
going,
safety car. I think you should pit and retire.
I'm on for a podium here if I...
Oh, as AJ just got a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane.
Whew. What an action-packed opening lap that was.
Yeah, I'm sure you enjoyed that.
Senses were in overdrive going through that.
So
What?
the virtual safety car is on track at the moment. Nice little battle here between Puppy, Mono, Tristan and Apex. Virtual safety car is back. I believe Ben's also now back in spectator view.
I am back in spectator
all over the back
mode.
of Cosmos. Oh no, sorry, Brian's all over the back of him. All my timings have messed up.
Right, let's get back into it. That's a shame. I reckon I could have got a podium. That was looking alright. That was handling well. Grip is good on track. I can confirm. So what we got? Apart from no timings.
Yeah, I've
we have
got
a race on
arrows at the minute, but I'm on board with Tristan, who's all over the back of Apex.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, if you go
behind,
no!
going in deep.
Puppy!
We got Puppy going in deep. Puppy went in very deep and hit the rear of Mono. And that's Puppy spinning around on the gravel at Ascari.
Trying to get himself out of the kitty litter. Kyle sets the fastest lap, 1.5 seconds ahead of Rayner at the minute.
We got the top four all saying fastest laps, and it ends with Ahmed on a 1:23.5. So I think
was
they're
the
just
VSC.
towing each other around.
What was the VSC, my friend?
There was that, but that's insignificant. The pace is high up now. So we've got Tristan. Oh, Mono's lost the rear at turn one. Mono's just spun.
Second time he's done that.
Yeah,
but I've never seen a car end up there.
The rear just gave up on him on turning. So we've got Rayner 1.6 seconds down. Yeah, 1.6 seconds down on Kyle at the minute. So we'll be hoping to claw that lead back in. We got Ahmed in P4 6/10, and that is the closest battle on track at the minute. Ahmed versus
Cosmos. Is all over the back of him, but Cosmos looks like he got a better exit out of the corner.
So if I'm Rayner, I'm going to do it. I'm going to gamble. I'd box now.
Well, no, Ahmed lose the back end there.
Oh, yeah.
Cosmos lost it worse though on the exit.
Yeah, Cosmos lost them.
Here it comes then, the two BMW powered Williams down into Parabolica. Who's going to come out in front? Who's latest on the brakes?
Because
Ahmed sweeps around the outside of him. What a great move there from him as he'll set his sights now on Rayner. Cosmos tries staying in the slipstream there. Kyle sets the fastest lap of 1:21.9 to extend his gap even further out front.
Cosmos is in the slipstream of Ahmed. They're battling for P3 here. Who's going to... Cosmos backs off a little bit, but gets battled. I don't even know what to say. These two are so timed. Turn one.
Yeah, that
ridiculous.
was very interesting between the two of them there.
So, I think Rayner needs to do what Kyle done to him last week. I think Rayner should box early and get rid of any threat of a VSC or anything.
Well, AJ Wuhan has already pitted. How far off the lead is he? 27 seconds.
Because if Rayner boxes, he's got himself such a nice bit of clear track to go into as well. He hasn't got to worry about
Regan and Rayner
traffic.
Regan's got from Brian, so Regan wants to get up top. He is in the championship fight. He wants to be with Rayner and Kyle.
That gap out front is extending all the time. Gap 2.3 at the minute.
Just say Brian at the minute is the closest man to someone else on track.
Ahmed's all over the place on the exit of the Ascari, just about managed to hold the car together. We've got Brian 3/10 behind Regan as they go into the Parabolica. This is a good battle.
He's got a good amount of slipstream as well at the minute.
220 miles an hour before he breaks into Parabolica. The car stops beautifully in these cars. They take very different lines on the exit. And then Brian thinks better of it to follow Regan and get the slipstream again.
Well, he's going to have it.
3-second penalty for corner cutting. Here we go into turn one now. 219, 220,
22 at the minute,
23.
Into turn one.
This is going to get close.
Regan holds the inside
just
line.
Gives him a bit more move. He's going to get a better exit, I think. That was well defended by Regan. Gave just
Very
enough
well
room.
defended.
The guy goes to car ahead of Hixie. So Regan.
Wow. Brian's nearly shoving him through the Delaroja chicane then.
Yeah, I think Regan just got passed by the ghost
Gap's
car.
closing out front, 1.9, so I don't know if Carl's made a mistake somewhere. Got a yellow flag showing in sector 2.
We got Mono into a barrier, losing the rear again.
Ah, Mika.
That car.
Oh, Rayner's got a 3-second penalty.
Yes, that's for the entrance of Ascari.
Is that 2 he's just got?
Gap is down to 1.7 though. That's the only bit of good news from
The bad news is he needs to get a lot further ahead. We'll go back on board with Brian and Regan, who are giving us a great battle at the moment. Brian loses a bit of time through the second sector, but he'll just catch it all up again in the slipstream, I think. Got a yellow flag in sector 2. Devils has retired. So safety car.
Safety car. This is what Rayner should have done. He should have boxed.
So who is boxing? Cosmos, Regan, Apex, Tristan. They're all boxing.
The guys up front now are being exposed.
Well, we're nearly at a half race distance, and by the time the safety car comes in, we'll be past them. They need to. AJ Wuhan is he's already stopped.
Yeah, I was going to say. I'm surprised. I don't know. Wouldn't surprise me if Rayner doesn't listen to the stream. But I think he should have thrown the dice because the gap was never going to come down enough that he was going to do the move on track, and he had to gamble on an outside influence. Let's say.
So who has stopped? So everyone from P5 has stopped.
Yeah, so the top 4 are probably feeling a little bit exposed at the moment.
So they should be.
I
think Kyle might rejoin in the lead still from Cosmos.
Yeah,
potentially.
I think Kyle's alright. I think Rayner's under threat.
Rayner's lost a lot of time under the safety car because Ahmed is now all over the back of him.
Yeah, they might get away with it.
Kyle makes sure he gets that car slowed down.
But I sort of think in these cars where deg is so low, what's the risk in boxing early?
There isn't one.
And
if I was racing, so where's Cosmos? He's on his way round Parabolica.
If I was racing with these
guys,
I'd
be
boxing.
That start-finish line, he'll be able to go catch the safety car, whatever speed he wants. So Kyle's rejoined on the track, I believe.
Yeah, so Rayner's just about to lose out to Cosmos.
Ahmed comes out. Where's AJ Wuhan?
P4.
Whereas Regan doesn't get ahead of Ahmed. So Kyle there,
yeah, he didn't lose out.
Rayner's not really lost out badly, but Cosmos is not an easy man to overtake.
It's still a car in between his championship rival, though. Let's get while we're on the safety car anyway. Not much is happening as they go around in formation. Let's talk about the risk, the strategy. I'm surprised more cars don't box on lap 2. Just do the box, get it out of the way, and then anything that happens in the race then they can capitalise on. If you box on lap 2, you've got yourself a clear track. And I sort of don't understand why you would stay out till lap 7 to box.
If I'm Rayner, I'm thinking I need to get past Cosmos and I need to try keep with Kyle the best I can. Let's not forget Rayner also has that 3-second penalty, so he really needs to get a move on after this. Lap 7 of 13 at the minute. Safety car is in this lap.
So we've got a couple of sprint laps to the end. So, yeah, I just wonder if some people will mix up the strategy and start boxing a lot earlier. Wasn't it Kyle in Austria where he boxed on lap 2 or something like that? Got himself such a decent lead because of it. Because you can get yourself a clear track and you're not having to defend and bits like that. So definitely want to think of in the future.
Got a 5-second penalty, so I'm not sure what's happened there. The thing is though, Kyle, in these 25% races, as Mono gets an exceeding track limits there, but Kyle launches the car out of Parabolica. Cosmos has gone with him. Whoa, as they've all backed out there, coming through Parabolica. I think Kyle's going to be under threat from Cosmos into turn 1.
I don't think it's a threat, I think he's under siege.
So Cosmos, Rayner's there as well.
Rayner doesn't know where to go. He hasn't got a route.
He's going on the inside though.
He just bangs wheels when Kyle says, "I'm here, I'm coming through." Kyle's thinking, not a chance, mate. Cosmos is off.
Rayner's got the better line.
Power.
Kyle's dropped in behind. Will he go up the inside into the teleporter chicane? No, he doesn't. Rayner just about gets the car stopped there. Kyle's got an awesome exit, but nowhere to go.
So Kyle, in the space of 1 mile, has managed to lose 2 positions, bless him.
If I'm Cosmos, I want to clear off and go into the distance.
Yeah.
Tristan's back up into P6. He's got past Regan, who's got Apex all over the back of him. They head under the old banking. It looks like Regan's going to come out ahead. Whoa, is Regan...
Regan just...
very impolite there.
Yeah,
just pushes Apex off the track.
Almost
and that's Puppy trying to come through. Puppy round the outside at Ascari, comes through. Looks like Regan's giving that position back though, which is nice of him.
And Puppy's giving the position back as well, which is nice of him.
Nah.
Puppy's
Drake,
just
not that friendly. Where's Kyle though? All over the back of Rayner. I think Rayner's the next one to seed.
Yeah, Rayner's managing just to pick up the slipstream of Cosmos, which might save him.
Kyle's picking up the slipstream as well. Rayner pulls to the middle of the track. Rayner is late on the brakes into turn 1.
Probably a metre too deep for his liking. Compromises his exit just a little bit.
Pyro all over the back of Armour. We'll go on board with that for a second at the minute.
Tristan doing a good job in P6.
Dragon all over the back of Regan's all over the... Oh, it's a nice little battle here for P10. Regan touches the grass there, and that invites Dragon through as he goes up the inside. Not a Puppy as well. Oh, he locks up.
Oh, that's a car. That's... No!
No! No!
Oh, there's 3. Just change camera.
Yeah.
I was going to say, that's... No one needs to see that. So we've got Rayner 4 tenths behind Cosmos now. We've got Kyle 4 tenths behind Rayner. This is the battle for the lead. We've got 4 laps to the end.
Regan right now, I'd be turning around and saying, Dragon, what were you doing? What were you doing? He came from a long way back into the Delamage chicane, which is a very difficult place to overtake as it is.
Almost a banzai move.
Rayner's closed in this lap on Cosmos. Kyle sticking right with them both though. The battle for the lead at the minute's got Cosmos, Rayner and Evil Hunter a second behind that. You've got AJ Wu and Brian says the fastest lap.
That's not allowed. That's not allowed, Cosmos. You can't do that. You can't weave up at straight, my friend. That was a good couple of times he was moving up the long straight then.
So I'm not sure who's sideways there. Think it was Dragon.
Rod Rayner, I'd be straight on the blower.
Gonna say he's got Kyle all over the back of him now. Kyle won't go for a move up the inside there. No, he doesn't. Thinks better of it.
I reckon Cosmos, I'm just watching it again, I reckon he made about 3 or 4 moves up that straight, going left to right, left to right.
I'm sure that one will be getting reported to the stewards.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'd be fuming, I'd be straight on the phone after the race.
Another yellow flag in sector 3, is that retirement in the box? Or a car dead at the pit entry? I think it's dead entry. Dragon retires from the race.
So we've got Rayner all over the back of Cosmos, gets a bit loose.
Giving it everything at the minute. And Rayner must be thinking right now, after what I've just seen in that straight, I am not happy.
Oh, that was a disgrace. I don't use that word lightly, as Tristan loses 6th and he's down to 7th now.
Kyle all over the back at the minute.
Yeah, I was going to say, this is going to come down to the last lap or so. Rayner's got to hit every braking point. But don't forget, Rayner's still got a 3-second penalty to deal with as well.
This isn't helping him. Kyle's so good through turn 1. We've got action further back. Tristan, Ahmed there come together. That lets Apex through. Kyle just can't seem to get close enough to Rayner to get the overtake as Rayner's jumping. No, Rayner!
He's off! He's spun! No! He'll be gutted! I think he done something where he was very close to doing that in qualifying.
He just took way too much curb and the back of the car gave up on him.
I was going to say...
so Rayner now has got Apex all over the back of him.
I was looking at the times just before it happened and I was trying to work out where Rayner would come if the race finished. I think it's going to drop down to about 4th or 5th. This is only going to hurt his situation even more because he's got a whole gaggle of cars behind him now.
Going to say he's got Apex,
staring.
Tristan, Ahmed all over the back of him at the minute.
I was going to say he's staring.
Kyle's
down the
starting to close in the race leader Cosmos as they cross the line onto lap 12, the penultimate lap. Kyle sets the fastest lap as well.
So these guys out front are racing for position, no penalties involved. They've both got 2 warnings each.
Apex has got so much straight line speed here into turn 1. Rayner late on the brakes as always. He still managed to get his stops as well.
So I'm just on board with Kyle at the minute. He's 3-4 attempts behind Cosmos.
So he's catching him all the time.
I was going to say this is going to have to be a move into turn 1. I think we've got a yellow sector 2. We've got an issue down at De La Roggia. We've got a car spinning around.
I think it's Brian.
Yeah.
Stay on board with the leaders at the minute then as Kyle is in that slipstream of Cosmos.
So this is going to be a bit move into turn 1 that Kyle's going to have to set up. It's just breaks later into Ascari Puppy, a 3-second penalty. So this is it now. I've got to keep it pinned all the way to Parabolica and get a better exit.
I think it'll be his last realistic chance because of how tight and twisty that middle sector can be for them.
Yeah,
the main coast to overtake is down into turn 1.
Yeah, Cosmos
so
has had a
2
bit of a
tenths
mare.
behind.
Cosmos went a bit deep and a bit wobbly, and this is going to happen now into turn 1. So Cosmos goes to the
weaves
left,
across,
goes
and weaves
to the
again. Pick a line, my friend.
He's going to make Kyle go round the hard way. Just about stops
Cosmos
it.
has gone deep.
Kyle's
Kyle's got a 3-second penalty!
Oh, we'll be... Oh, he just took too much curb. I think Cosmos has managed to do a job on him here. Kyle's going to be... He's going to try and go the inside here into the De La Roggia chicane. Manages to get it stopped. Cosmos just stops himself from driving into the back.
Problem for him. I don't think Kyle's got 3 seconds in his pocket.
He probably does if the race went on for another 20 laps. Cosmos gets loose on the exit of Lesmo 2. That invites AJ all over the back of him.
Well, these two are going wheel to wheel towards the Ascari chicane. Who will come out in front of this one? AJ round the outside, keeps the position.
What a move.
It will help you, Kyle, but I don't think enough as AJ's run all off the circuit there. Not AJ's.
Rayner, another 3-second penalty. So I think that's Rayner not finishing in the points today.
He'll finish in the points. Just. Because of
Yeah,
how far
just
that
about.
Regan is. Cosmos round the outside at Parabolica after an exploratory line. But Kyle will come across to take the moral victory. But I don't think it'll be the actual victory because Cosmos comes line takes the win!
Cosmos to win the race, to win the Italian Grand Prix by 1.3 seconds. He won that on penalties. Kyle getting a penalty at the first chicane on the final lap to try and overtake him. Got a bit greedy on the sausage curb. Cosmos will be thinking, how? Like, that was nearly done. The goose was nearly cooked.
That race has just flown by.
We got Rayner managing to finish P6, so a couple of unserved penalties behind.
Either way, Kyle still extends that championship lead.
I was going to say, if I was, I think Cosmos has probably got a question to answer regarding
the weave.
Yeah, a bit of a weave down the main straight. So see if that gets reported. But your victor, as it stands at the moment, is Cosmos. He'll be standing on the top step of this beautiful podium at Monza. So the race order: Cosmos as your winner, Kyle in P2, AJ in P3, Apex P4, Ahmed P5, Rayner in P6, dropping the car at the second chicane, Tristan in P7, Brian P8, Regan P9. Had a bit of a lackluster race really for Regan, hasn't really showed the pace around here. Puppy in P10, we got Mono, P11, Kixie a lap down, and a couple of DNFs to finish, Cairo, Dragon and Devils, and some guy in the wrong car.
Yeah.
So as your race winner, Cosmos has won the Italian Grand Prix. What a race, and as you said, absolutely flown by.
So Kyle still scores 10 points. So next week for the if I can get my words out. Next week for the Classic League, we are going around Singapore in the 2006 Renault. The less I say about a Renault in Singapore, probably for the best. Ben, you looking forward to that one? I think it'll be an interesting one because I've done a few laps around there in that car, and it's definitely interesting to drive.
Oh yeah, Singapore always produces a very interesting race. Always some action and yeah, it's just so much concentration required as well. And with the 2006 Renault, probably require a little bit more concentration than the modern day.
So me and Ben will be back tomorrow in the commentary box for Monday Night Racing. And with Monday Night Racing, Ben, I believe you have some news to share with the viewers about Mondays.
I do?
About the championship standings, my friend.
Oh, yes. So, tough decision. Dan Murphy has decided to leave the league. We've had a very tough conversation. But as he hasn't completed the season, and unfortunately won't be completing the season, we've had no option but to remove him from the table. So the good news is for the guys that are competing, which is Exile and Jonathan Cox.
No, Exile, Leclerc, Young Stinson, Jonathan Cox. So Exile's on 169 points. GFO Leclerc on 165, Stinson 144, and Jonathan Cox 143. With 2 races remaining. So tomorrow we'll be going around Canada, and I thoroughly enjoy that track. Ben, I know you love Canada.
Oh, it's an awesome track. So yeah, the title is wide open for whoever wants to grab it, hoping that one of the drivers will be watching so they've got some advantage, so they know what's happening. But yeah, excellent racing. Please come and join us for Monday Night Racing, and then we have Tuesday Night Racing as well.
Yep,
when we are racing around Abu Dhabi.
Ah, you got me the track already. Smart boy.
Yes, Abu Dhabi. So reverse championship, that is always a cracker. And Abu Dhabi as well. Great overtaking. You've got the DRS straights, which will provide lots of great action. And as well, I think it's turn 3, where everyone seems to manage to lose the rear of the car when it gets a bit loose and
there is
the rears
that,
are worn. So
well,
yeah, always
thank you everyone
great action.
for joining us. Ben, thank you for joining me in the commentary box as always.
Pleasure as always.
See you tomorrow night, guys, at around 8 o'clock.